Welcome to a multidimensional living room. I'm going to be making an energy painting, and I'm going to be tuning into the energy field of people watching this video across time and space. If something resonates with you, if something helps you understand yourself a little bit better, navigate your life, orient yourself, relax, understand yourself. Did I say that? Love yourself a little bit better, a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Then that's great. And if it doesn't sit well with you, then it might be from somebody else. And these readings tend to be a little bit more abstract in delivery, I noticed. And I intentionally leave silences for the energy to transmit beyond just information. So use your discernment at all times and listen not just with your ears but with your whole body. Checking if I said everything that I needed to say. I think I have. Let's start. For a few hours already, I felt the need to just put my hand into the paint. And what I'm seeing in my eyes is a lot of energies just going fast forward, like fast motion, like a lot of pictures. Like each picture takes a very short amount of time. It's like it's like a very cinematic representation of the whole life playing in front of your eyes. That's what I'm seeing right now. Like an overwhelm of energy, like a lot of things going on simultaneously that are kind of intense. Trying to settle down, trying to find the point of things making sense and organizing themselves in time and space. The energy of eternal child comes in. There is this place where you finally find peace and solace, like a child. It's a space where, as a child, you found a corner of your own world. It might be in your imagination, it might be in a corner of your room, it might be with specific toys, it might be in a relation with specific people. But it's this type of an energy of finding that corner for yourself. Do I need all of this? Okay. This drop feels like disappointment. And it's a very specific type of a disappointment. It's a disappointment of... How do I explain that? Okay, I have to start from the beginning. Every time when you're about to go through the portal, go into the next chapter of life, do something that is a level up, it's a step up of your life, of your game, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're about to become successful in something, or maybe you are about to start something that is yet to be successful somewhere down the road, or maybe you're about to change something profoundly in your life. It's like a big change, it's a new start. At the time of recording this, it's post new moon in Scorpio energy. So that's what I'm thinking about. It's like some sort of like a new start is happening, and you are taking your stuff, everything, you're collecting yourself, all of yourselves into, we're going there. And then somebody or something needs to come get your attention in one way or another. Somebody needs to come close to you, kind of like it's the energy of like pulling you for a sleeve, or gently tapping your shoulder, or excuse me, just to deliver to you the message of, in some kind of, there are various ways of shapes and forms of how this message can be delivered, but basically the boiled down essence of that message is, do you really believe in yourself? Like somebody needs to deliver that doubt to you. Some people do it gently, some people do it nicely, some people do it in a way that does not disrupt your energy, but some people do it in a way that it really does disrupt your energy. And it's kind of like a cosmic provocation. It's a type of an energy that must take place. To some people, it must take place. I'll just finish this and I'll get back. It must take space. It's kind of like, it's a test of some sort, or a checkpoint. I wouldn't call it a test, I would call it a checkpoint. When you really need to check and determine for yourself, do you really believe in yourself? Because if you do, then you look at that energy and you laugh in your face. You laugh in your face. Yeah. And on some level of reality, that's actually exactly accurate thing to say. But on some other level of reality, you may laugh into their face. And not in a derogatory way, but you see that it's basically your shadow asking you, are you really ready? And if you're really ready, then you're not going to take it as an attack, you're not going to take it as a provocation. You will give it a smile and say,
nice try.
You will keep going. But if you don't believe in yourself, then this is going to be a moment when they will disrupt your flow into going in a direction. Now the disappointment that is here is the disappointment in who exactly from your life, from the loved ones, from people that are close to you, who actually took that role of delivering this message to you. The disappointment is in realizing that that same person could have also been on your side completely, and that same time and space and energy where they found themselves being to laugh in your face and ask you, do you really believe in yourself? They could have as well just told you, hey, you know what? I think you got this. I wish you all the best. I admire how brave you are. Anything along this line, but they didn't. They went exactly in the opposite direction. That's the disappointment here that I'm touching on. And then there is that one level of reality where it's your subconscious mind playing itself through other people. So, was I hungry? Am I hungry? Sorry for my English. Maybe it's better to... Okay, whatever. I'll keep it for myself. It's okay. I was talking about your subconscious playing itself. Exactly. Because maybe right now you do feel fully determined to go straight into this direction where you chose for yourself. But back at some place in time, you didn't. You were more resonant with this energy of staying in one place and looking at possibilities happening out there for other people, but not for you. And it was more resonant for you to stay in the energy of the person that delivered this message to you. But that was then. So yeah, I would call it a checkpoint. This vibrant flame is telling me that actually it is a quite 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands energy that is present to many people right now. It's a conflict of some sort. Internal conflict, externalized for people, through people. And you know, just because somebody externalizes a part of yourself, that doesn't mean that you have to tolerate everything that they do and be like, oh, it's okay, it's just me. No, sometimes people really, you know, subconsciously also let you know that they really don't want to go with you wherever you are going. But they don't consciously know it, and they don't have skill, patience, guts, balls to come to you and tell you, look, you're going there, but I don't want to go there. I'm good here. So good luck. But I'm going to stay here. Doesn't really sound like an earthly thing to say, right? It's more common to see that people be like, oh, you're going there, huh? Okay, if you have to. Depends on where you are and who you are, of course. I feel like I'm speaking to people who are really having people trying to keep them where they are. Yep. I'm going to leave that energy from my fingers into the painting, and then we're gonna paint something else on top of it. Beautiful. So yeah, how are you doing? All right. As I was pouring the white on top of it, in my field, I see the card Anima Mundi from archetype, well-known archetypes. And the Anima Mundi speaks about accepting all, rejecting nothing. I feel resistant to saying that it's that time of the year because of the planetary alignments that there are some more murky stuff coming out to the surface to you personally as you're moving through life. and in your environment. It might indeed be some tricky time to actually feel like there are unicorns and butterflies everywhere around you. Maybe you find this reading at some other time. Not all the murkiness is reserved only for such planetary alignments. But it also tells me about the responsibility of seeing the world as it is. There is a lot of promotion of keeping your boundaries, protecting your energies, and so on, which of course it has time and space. But ignoring what's going on the planet, even if it's something that we really don't like and it's really disruptive to seeing what's going on the planet, it's not going to make it go away. You hear that horn? I think the person that drives that car was honking that horn. Is this how you say it? Honk the horn? Is that a saying? In order to make something or somebody go away. Yeah, I feel the awkwardness of languages. Oh wow, I feel like this here represents somebody that is creating something called portal of acceptance. And that is a time and space. Is it a time and space? What is this? It's an internal space of allowing oneself to be present with whatever it is, including the wars that is presented to humanity right now. It kind of touches upon this energy that I already channeled in one of the previous paintings, and that was needing to widen your horizons, and accept things that are incomprehensible, that are too big to be true, too dramatic, too fantastic. And realize that, no, it's not just fantasy. Everything exists on this planet. And from that space of acceptance, I get very, very subtle, smooth, very gentle, like gentle yoga movements, like a gentle change in the breath, gentle swaying of energy in one direction instead of the other, gentle shifts, gentle corrections. Like a mini steps, like a micro movement, like a micro initiatives, like a micro changes. It's kind of like when you're contemplating how easy or difficult it is to keep your living space clean. You might be thinking of that it's difficult, because the way you see it is that you need to organize a massive cleanup actions every day or every week, and that you need to always be tuned into what is out of place and how to put it in the right place, and something like that. But you can also just do micro actions, and that is that every time when you create a waste, you immediately put it in a trash without letting it pile up so that you need a massive action in order to clean the space. This paint smells really beautiful. Keeping spaces clean, first and foremost internally. I'm getting a sense that, oh wow, I'm getting the sense that the negativity, like the negative energy, the negative patterns of behaviors and thinking that are driven by negativity is becoming more obvious, more readable to people, to somebody that I'm speaking to right now. And therefore it's very much easier to drop it, call it by its name, cut the bullshit, basically clean up the house, clean up your spaces, but internal spaces. And it goes both ways of not accepting bullshit, but also not entertaining bullshit yourself. I'm getting a sense that some things that used to be generalized, categorized into massive boxes, are now being broken down. I'm seeing like I'm seeing a rectangle being divided in like mini squares, and then those squares falling apart like mini cubes, and they become more tangible, more real, more like you can roll them like dices. Can roll them like dices. Yeah, they become something that you can work with. So something that used to like take, oh wow, I'm getting real examples. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but this is a real example that I see is like, how do I say this politically correct? If one group of people has been calling out another group of people as like, we hate that group of people for whatever that group of people is characterized by, now that the label of that group of people is being broken down in what exactly does this group of people, what do they do, what do they embody, that it's so unacceptable. So give me a moment, I'm really trying to make it beautiful. Women who hate men might stop themselves from hating men and talking about how they hate men. It's not that they don't hate men anymore, but it's more so that they realize that gender is not a problem. It's the energies that people embody, both men and women and non-binaries and everybody else. So it's really not that it's black people problem, white people problem, red and blue people problem, man problem, women problem, boomer problem, millennial problem, Gen Z problem. It's more so what energies are being embodied. Because a woman that hates men can embody equally those energies that men embody and represent in general, and then make men hateable. A woman can embody exactly those energies. Now I'm getting even more broken down and into example. If a woman complains how much she hates men because men are ghosting her, she can equally so embody this same energy where she's ghosting other women, that she's telling to how unfair it is that women are being ghosted by men, but then she is ghosting her friends as well, which expose the energy pattern, the behavior pattern. So that is becoming more visible, it's becoming more readable, it's more obvious among many people. Okay. I feel like I need to clean it up a bit. If I'm speaking to somebody who is in the clair group, if you're clairaudient, clairvoyant, claircognizant, your ability to see things clearer, where your ability to see those patterns for what they are instead of remaining on the surface of generalization, that is very much available to you. To just claim. Being willing to see. Is given to you. And yeah, it's like life is just like the cycle of the tarot cards. It really isn't about the gender. It's more so about the energies that you embody, regardless of the gender. I strongly pick up on the energy of somebody really not liking the state of the world right now. I hear everything seems dangerous. I pick up on the internal trust issues and the compass, like internal compass being going in all possible directions. Which, like, when I feel that, I am urged to touch grass. No, but like for real, go out and touch grass. I didn't mean to say it so harshly. Please go out and touch some grass. In other words, connect with the ground. Ground yourself. I also notice in moments like this, focusing my mind on Om as a primordial sound. That's something I also picked up from well-known archetype deck. Focusing on the Om. Just for a few minutes, you don't have to spend hours in meditation. Can bring you more into a state of peace. And reconnect with your eternal child, spirit, whatever it is that is working out for you. And maybe really, like, I'm really getting this energy of creating a corner of your apartment where you just, I don't know, like, create like a mini world of something. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of this like childish examples of building a world with like little toys and then rearranging them every day, or creating a building out of Lego, or drawing, or journaling, or staring into the candle. It's like, if you don't really spend a lot of time staring into the candle and somebody tells you, draw a candle flame, you're more likely to draw an idea of a candle, like a concept of a candle flame, like a cartoon representation of a candle flame, and it is less likely of you to actually draw the nuances of a candle flame unless you really spend some time getting to know what makes a candle flame, which part is more light and bright and which one is more translucent and which one has more blue, and how this blue actually goes around the flame, and how the flame ends on the tip here. Ouch. And how it feels. Right? Which tells me about how we see people on a day-to-day basis. We have a concept of people in our heads, but we often don't really see them for who they are and how they are. And their emotional bodies can be very strong, open and evident if you just have a moment to really look into the other person. Somebody's unlocking the door. This painting has no red. And if you ask me, the painting is not here only, it's here, but it includes the candle and the candle flame. Like, that is today's artwork. Of course, paints that are, but yeah, the energy is this. So there's like a strong dislike for the planet as it is, and then the opening of how potentially you can connect more with what you can connect with is to see things as they are, see people as they are. Build intimacy with people. Allow people to show you who they are. Not in a penetrative way. Not in a way that you try to break into them. But just see. Witness. Feel and sense. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to co-create this painting with you. If you want your own personal energy painting where I paint your energy, the link for it is down in the description. There's also a link for other paintings that are already done, and if you need large-scale painting or something costume made, let me know. That's it for now. Once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for doing whatever you're doing. I love you, and ciao.